The LoveGolfTour.com presents the 2023 Match Play Final, all part of the Road to the Tour Championship. For a chance to hold the most coveted prize on the Love Golf Tour, the Love Jug. This match features Kirk versus Rick for all the glory and all the medals. The Love Golf Tour TV presents the Match Play Final. This is Love Golf Tour. As we take a look at the players arriving before their match, Kirk the first one to make his way to the tee. As players are facing over 7,000 yard par 71 course in just about perfect conditions. Difficult part today is going to be these lightning fast greens at Makray. Memorial's known for running at about a 13. And on such a peaceful day, as we look at the clubhouse here at Makray Memorial, these gentlemen are experiencing maybe not so much peace in their minds as they're getting ready for this match. Let's head down to the first tee and meet them for the pregame.
How you feel today, Rick?
Look at us. Well, I almost lost my Love Tour card a few years back.
How's that?
It's hard to believe. Just poor play.
Relegation?
Just a few years later, I'm in the championship
Yeah, man.
against the GOAT of the league.
I don't know. You know,
Kirk,
it's early. It's early, man. But
beautiful day to be here.
can't beat it, dude. This is gonna be great.
This is gonna be
This is
great.
for your first W on the tour, huh?
Correct.
You were saying it'd be my first major, but I got
I'm
two,
getting-
baby.
You've got two. I have zero. I'm getting a lot of strokes.
That wasn't a very good strategy to try to psych me out.
In one ear, out the other.
Anyway, it's gonna be great.
The
greens
course
are
is
flying.
psyching me out. Look at this place.
Did you get on the practice green at all?
I did. Hit a few balls.
Wise, huh?
Practice green.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
good luck.
You got it. Here we
All
go.
right, let's do it.
Great start to what's hopefully going to be a great match here on the Love Golf Tour, the Match Play Final. As Rick wins a tee flip and has the first tee, going with driver on this difficult starting hole. And that drive is a little off to the left. He's going to have to go look for that. There's a little pond and some weeds over there. Rick has been one of the straighter drivers on tour all year. And conversely, Kirk has been one of the wildest drivers on tour all year. But is finding ways to win matches with just an in-depth short game and utilizing his power at the right time. And that is a ripping drive down the left side as well. Both players in trouble. Kirk would get up and down from a greenside bunker in one putt to go one up through one. As we move to the second hole, we see Kirk with a major advantage off the tee here. Drive over 300 yards, cutting the corner on this 425-yard par 4. Probably the most difficult hole on the front nine. Able to cut the corner and have just a wedge and huge advantage here as Rick made it just to the edge of the dog leg and had to lay up short of the creek. As you see Rick down there on the right, and Kirk just wedges it up there very nice to about 15 feet. And here is, you see Rick's path. 3 shots to the back of the green and a very difficult 2-putt from on top of this green. And what a great lag. Kirk missed his birdie, and this is Rick for his bogey net par to stay 1 down. He puts it right in the center. So Kirk remains 1 up through 2. So let's head down to the third hole. A short par 4. Very narrow opening here to shoot it through. And the fairway runs out. Just a very difficult deceiving drive. You get the double view here of Kirk on the tee. This is just a 6 iron off the tee. He just rips one down the middle. He's just going to have a wedge or 9-iron left in there. Rick going with a hybrid here. Bit of an unnerving tee shot. Rick being well left. And I'll work this back left to right, and we get the double view here. Kind of a double cross. As you see, he is just off to the left behind a tree. He had to pitch out, and he hit his third on the green. So he will have a long putt for par. Kirk now in the driver's seat with a wedge here for about 138 yards. This is a full pitching wedge for Kirk. Cannot go past this hole. This is one of the fastest greens on the property. And a shot right at the hole. It hits, comes back off that hill a few feet. He's going to have about a 20-25 footer for birdie. Well played shot there. Like we said, you could not go past that hole. Now Kirk for this birdie putt to win the hole. We have a clutch shot alert. Clutch shot alert. Kirk goes 2 up. What a putt. Great putt by Kirk. In the par 3 following that, Kirk got a bad break. Made a bogey, gave Rick the hole. And Rick is standing on the tee, just one down, and hits a great drive down the left side here on this difficult par 4. One of the longer par 4s on the course, close to 470. And Kirk's drive is off to the right, trying to help it back. Not very happy with that. We see the blinking there. Look on the left, Kirk on the right. Rick looking straight down the green here. Advances it rather nicely down by a greenside bunker. Now Kirk has to go under some trees here. And he pulls it off, but not well enough. And he had this save to remain 1 up. And he misses it. Not very happy there in this lightning quick green. As we move forward to the par 5-6, you see Kirk's drive way up on the right. Rick pulled his off to the left, got back in play here. Gets it back in play down the middle of the fairway, about 180 yards left. Now Kirk going for the, you see another over 300-yard drive for Kirk going for the green here, about 246 yards into the hole. He has his 5 wood. He needs to get this straight up in the air. He has a couple branches in front of him. And he absolutely wallops this one. He hits it. It hit the back of the green and goes through the green. So he carried that ball well over 250 yards. It rolls all the way down, past down this hill. He's getting a good look at it. Let's go back and see. He only had about 225 to the front, and he's trying to hit a 5-wood straight up in the air. There's these big mounds in front of the green. That was probably just too much, too excited there. So anyway, let's go back. See what he faces now. He's going to have to land this in the rough to get it to stop on the green. Cannot land on the green. Will go all the way through, and it's exactly what he does, but just off to the right a little bit. Rolling, and not a bad shot to leave himself for birdie below the hole. Rick now with ran into some more trouble. This is for a net 5, and he rolls it past. He ran into some more trouble after that great recovery. See that it was for his net 5. Now Kirk with 2 putts to win the hole. This is for birdie. And, well, way too aggressive there for Kirk. He leaves himself some work. Rick does not give him that putt. Rick getting 14 shots today. And Kirk cannot make any big mistakes if he's going to give him that many shots, and he doesn't. He moves back to 1 up. And now this is to go 2 up. Here on the 7th hole, this save, about a 12-footer. It's going to break hard towards us here. And he rolls it in. Kirk now moves the 2 up through 7. We move to the 8th hole. Players exchange good drives here off the tee, and then just kind of pedestrian approach shots into this green that didn't really set up anything. Kind of exchanged the par there, and Kirk remains 2 up. We move forward to the 9th hole. Looking right back at the clubhouse here 430 yards. Wind coming just a little bit off the player's front shoulder. It's kind of into him, a little from the left. And that is another drive just off to the right for Kirk. Chase is well down there. He's only going to have about 140 yards left. Rick now, as we said, this has been his go-to club throughout this match play. He's put himself in position to score and not make many big mistakes all year. Can he continue with that and put the pressure on Kirk? And it's a high one down the left side, but it's in play. He's about 185 yards. It said Kirk is up there on the right. It's about 140 some odd yards from the green. And Kirk's approach shot hit this bank and rolled all the way down to this position. As you can see, this is a very active place. This is a very fine condition golf course, but look at all the divots in this area from the balls rolling down this hill every day, nonstop. So Kirk really trying to study here. He's likely just trying to land it around the hole and let it skip past and try to make a 12-15 footer, and he hit it even past the hole. He's got to have about a 20 footer for par. Poor shot there, but what he was left with, he had nothing. So Rick's second shot went way to the left. He found this greenside trap, and where you see one of the shots today, you couldn't even see the top of his head. What a shot by Rick to save par and win the hole, and that moves him to only one down now through 9. What a win on that hole by Rick. A great par for that greenside bunker. That bunker is about 7-8 feet deep. So now we head to one of the most difficult stretches, not just at the Makray property, but probably all in all of Chicagoland golf. We have a 460-odd yard par 4 10th here to start the back 9. It goes uphill, 468. The 11th hole is over 470 with some water and out of bounds. Just two very difficult holes. There's a premium that these gentlemen get the ball down near the fairway or in the fairway, and Kirk just hits a rope down there on the left side. Very good drive in play, taking that water out of play, making the hole a little longer with that line, but he has to take that trouble out of play and put the pressure back on Rick. Rick choosing, he gets 6 holes he gets to move up due to the age difference here in these two competitors. And Rick, down the right, watching this close. He's got the water. He is just, we have word that his ball just stopped inside the hazard line. He is in the rough. He will be able to play that ball. So Rick is picking 6 holes up. He picked 10 and 11 and a few others, a couple other par 3s that he's going to get an advantage off the tee. This hole is about 25 yards he got. So off to the right, can't really go for the green here. He's got trees in his way. He's trying to wedge it up. He is stroking on this hole. So this is his net one shot, if that makes sense to you folks at home. Just down the left side, that's going to set him up to try to get up and down for a par net birdie. So Kirk's studying. Kirk carries a tablet with him on his bag. He's studying all his numbers here. His front edge number from this left rough. As we said, there's a tiny little breeze he's going into here, just off the left. And he's got about 185 yards. He's gone with a 6-iron up this hill into a little breeze. He is going to have to rip this one, folks. This is playing closer to 200 with those two factors. And he does. That was the full one. And this is right at it. This is a great looking shot. Hits right next to the pin and skips to the right. He is about 12 feet for birdie on this long, difficult par 4. What a great shot there by Kirk. Now Rick with a chance to negate all those two great shots in a row by Kirk by sticking this wedge in close. And he's not happy with it. It goes off to the right. You take a zoom up here. And Kirk, you can see about 12 feet. And Rick about 20 feet for his 4. So great match here. Kirk one up. Rick can really break the knees of Kirk here should he make this putt. Kirk would have to then make his for birdie to tie this difficult hole. And this is a hard breaking left-right putt, and Oh, Rick just misses it. Little underread there. Kirk not giving him that putt. Kirk takes plenty of time here. He knows this is a crucial putt in this match to go 2 up. When you have a chance like this, you got to take it. Can he get it to roll in? Oh, just on the low side. Kirk very upset here. You can see by his body language that putt just raised past from just 12, 15 feet. So he's still got work left here for his par. He can end up losing this hole if he misses this putt. And he rolls it in just on the side there. Good save for his 4. So Rick, a little surprised here, perhaps, that he's being asked to finish this, but this is the championship match, folks. A little bit of work left here. This putt is going to break away from him to the right. So these are the more difficult ones, especially on these lightning fast greens. Rick taking a couple extra seconds to get this one lined up. This is to tie the hole and remain 1 down. And that is, he just blasted that too hard, and Rick goes to 2 down. Wow, very unfortunate miss there by Rick. So Kirk moves it 2 up as we head to the difficult 11th, the number 1 handicap hole on the property. 476 yards today. As we said, with the lake on the right, out of bounds, and more hazard on the left, and somewhat of a narrow driving hole. Crucial to get the ball in the fairway here. Rather warm, dry conditions. You don't have to hit your best drive. The ball will get down there. Premium on hitting the fairway, and Kirk just hits a nice little soft cut down the left side and in the middle of the fairway. So Rick, pressure back on him as Kirk is in the middle of the fairway. This drive sets up for Rick's ball flight. He also likes working the ball left to right, and he double crosses this. So we take a look around the corner. He would find that right along the edge of the out of bounds, advance the ball down, and now Kirk back in the driver's seat. Can he pull off another good long iron? He's close to 200 yards here on this shot. He's trying to chase it up this gap on the left. There's a huge slope that feeds the ball back, and he hits this low one. He pulls it off, perhaps a little thinner than he wanted. He's trying to hit the low one, and here he's using the slope. It's getting better. It's getting better. And that ball is to about 10 feet. So these 2 very difficult par 4s. Kirk had all at 20, 25 feet for birdie combined on these 2. Now Rick just trying to get it up and down and put some kind of pressure on Kirk, but it wouldn't matter, because Kirk would now move 3 up after that great approach shot. 2 great approach shots, putting the pressure on Rick there. So we move forward to the 12th. Kirk remains 3 up. In the short par 4, Rick getting a shot here on the short par 4, even though both players just have wedges in. And Kirk taking, there's a huge slope short of this green, taking that out of play, perhaps a little too much. He hit that about 30 feet past. He probably wanted about 15 feet past. And this is the slope that Kirk wanted to avoid. And Rick hit right into it short, making it almost impossible 2-putt, as you will see here. You cannot miss low and you cannot miss short on this hole. And Rick's putt just goes down that break. No, Kirk on the more flat part of the green. As we said, kind of looked like he airmailed it, but he kind of had to. And this is going to work out, but still a little work left here for Kirk outside of the zone of friendship there. And Rick, can he? Oh, so that's going to be a 5 net 4 for Rick. And this is the tie the hole and remain 3 up for Kirk. There is quite a little bit of work there, but Kirk has been very solid on these all season. He rolls it in, and Kirk remains 3 up. Kirk went on to win the par 3 13th and moved to 4 up. And he is in the driver's seat, taking an iron here on one of the shorter par 4s, just 358 yards. This is a 3-iron. And a very good swing there by Kirk, right down the middle. What a great shot there. That's about a 250-yard 3-iron. Rick with his 5-wood. And a very poor drive here by Rick, but he would recover from there, and he got it on the green, putting the pressure on Kirk. What a great second shot by Rick. We did not get that on camera, so Kirk now with a little pressure on him, trying to hold off a wedge, and it hits the back of the green and bounces over, and Rick wins the hole. Rick wins the hole. Can that be the momentum that Rick needed? Unforced error there by Kirk, airmailing the green with his wedge. So we move forward to the long, difficult par 5 15th, 578 yards. And a great drive by Rick, as you saw, just right down the middle of the fairway, about 260 yards. Kirk thinking maybe there's an outside chance he can get there in 2 on this 578-yard hole. He needs a good one. And he gets it. It's a high one, a little straight. Tries drawing a little bit. Kirk usually hits a fade. Tries drawing a little bit. Just kind of rolls down into the left rough. But studying his lie. Ball's sitting down a little bit, but nothing he can't handle. He's got about just over 250 yards left. Once again, on this par 5, going with this 5-wood. He's got this one back at his stance. He's trying to hit a low one that just chases up out of this lie, and he pulls it off. Just a bullet of a 5-wood. Rolling just up onto that front edge. It might be putt-worthy or chip-worthy. Let's take a look at this again in slow motion. This is just a clutch shot that might win him the championship. Just a bullet of a 5-wood from 252 yards. Barely gets off the ground, but then kind of rises for him. What a great shot. And you can see looks like he rolled just into the rough here. Rick up greenside in 4.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God.
And Kirk's pitch goes through. He's going to have a longer putt than he wanted. And now Rick oh, boy. With all the momentum that he just got in the last hole, it had to be a bit unnerving to see Kirk get up to this long par 5 and 2. And maybe just a little bit in his head there is looks rather frustrated. Can't believe that he left that in the bunker. Shaking his head. Taking no time to get up and try to hit a good one here. And doesn't. Maybe he should have backed off there. I think Rick thinks that might be the championship. On this peaceful day, all the demons going on in these two gentlemen's heads. Because Rick now has this for his 7 after stubbing that one and putting it back. It actually went backwards. This is for a net bogey. Kirk has about 3 feet for par. And what a putt by Rick. What a shot by Rick to force the pressure on Kirk to extend this match. What a clutch shot there. Great job by Rick to hang in there. But still, this is a putt to win the match for Kirk. He would have had 2 putts from here. But he goes ahead and he rolls it in anyway. Congrats to Kirk.
My man. Awesome. Congratulations.
Congrats to Kirk on the victory.
Thank you, man. It's a very...
He earned it. I played well, and he smoked me.
It's a good, hard-fought match and a beautiful course on a beautiful day with good friends.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Let's enjoy a drink.
Second place. Here we go. Cheers, guys.
To love golf.
To love golf.
So the Rick roll was stopped by Kirk. Kirk just dominated this championship, only trailing 2 holes in all of his matches combined. So thanks for joining us, and stay up to date on the LoveGolfTour.com on all of our tournaments, including the Tour Championship coming up October 21st at Cog Hill.